Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am coming at you from my bed in my trackies, and we are going to do a girl talk video today. So yeah, I asked on my Instagram if people would send me some girl talk topics and questions to talk about, and I've got some good ones, so I'm really excited to do this video actually. I have on my laptop all the questions that I got asked. I screenshotted it and sent it over. So let's get into the video. So the first question I got actually was lockdown related, and someone put, I feel like a different person because of lockdown, do you feel any different? And it's okay to not feel okay in such a strange time. Like, I've definitely gone through so much during lockdown with my anxiety, self-confidence, like all of those things. You just kind of feel like not yourself, especially if you're someone that suffers with those types of issues anyway, which I definitely have been in the past, and am still to this day. Obviously, I think I've found it a lot easier now that we're coming to like the end of lockdown, but yeah, it's definitely something to look out for, is like changes within yourself and your loved ones as well. Just be aware of it. Like, I feel like if you're aware that you're feeling that way, then you can get through it. But yeah, if anyone's feeling that way, just surround yourself with friends and family as much as you can, obviously like within the guidelines. And yeah, I think that's the only thing you can do really, and just wait it out. Like, everything will go back to normal eventually. You just have to believe in yourself, have some confidence, you know, pamper yourself if you need to make you feel better, and hopefully the feeling kind of goes away. The rest of the questions are more kind of spill the tea kind of questions. So the next one I got, someone just put bitchy friends, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. So I've definitely had my fair share of bitchy friends. I am no longer friends with pretty much anyone that I was in school with. Like, there's a handful of people that I still speak to, and mainly just because like they were just high school relationships, you know what I mean? Like, all the friendships that I had back then, they just didn't feel sincere. I feel kind of bad saying it, but I felt like I had a lot more aspirations in a sense than a few of the people that I went to school with. A lot of them deferred, didn't go to uni, and if they did go to uni, they went to uni in Birmingham, which I kind of knew I wanted to move away. So I don't know, I definitely wanted different things, like, to the people that I was friends with in school, and I stopped being friends with those people because of a final blowout that we had a couple of months before uni started. I was due to go on a girls' holiday with these friends, and my best friend at the time fell out with me for something that I didn't do. And she basically tried to victimise herself and paint me as the bad person. Yeah, all of a sudden this friendship had ended because of something that wasn't true, and she convinced all these girls that it was true. And like, on this holiday that I went on with them in the July, I think, before uni started, we basically, I think I spoke to like 3 of them the whole weekend. So it was difficult, and I definitely feel like I trusted people less after that. But at the same time, I was like, oh my god, I'm so glad that I am going to uni and starting fresh. So on the topic of bitchy friends, I feel like if you are ever in a situation like I was, where there's people that are, you know, they're creating rumours, they're like high school girls, like, I was ready to move away and start university, become an adult. If you have the opportunity to just leave, just do it. If you're in school, then it's really easy to like just move to a different city, go to university. If it's in your hometown and you're kind of older, I would probably say like just cut them off anyway, because realistically you're not going to see them, like, and if you do, then who gives a fuck? Because who wants toxic people in their life? Because it's not me. So now we have another one on bitchy friends. Actually, I'll do this one now because we might as well just stay on that topic. Worst experience, like petty moments you've experienced with girls or boys, or girls/boys. So that was kind of one of them, I would say, is the one that I experienced at the end of school / college. That for me really hit me hard. I hated like opening up to people for so long after that. But then going to uni, I found an amazing group of friends from the outset, and I was very lucky to have that at university. Oh my god, this girl tried to fight me once. I basically was seeing this boy, and she was like from a different uni, or like was someone's friend from home, and she basically fancied him and wanted to sleep with him, and I had slept with him, so therefore she hated me. And the one night I was walking past, like after a night out, on my way to go and get some chips, some cheesy chips and like some chicken wings, and she literally tried to swing for me. My friend, who she knew from home, it literally just was like, what the fuck, like you're not about to fight my like best mate, like what the actual hell. This girl was on one, but to be fair, she was a bit notorious for being a bit aggressive, let's say. I'm trying to think of other like bitchy friends. You're always going to fall out with people, and you can either choose to move on from it and just get over it, or you can choose to dwell on it. It depends on what the deed is, whether I dwell on it or not. I am the queen of getting fucked over. Anyone will tell you this at uni, that I went to uni with. Like I've been seeing boys before, and like someone that's meant to be my friend will turn around and then like start seeing them. Like it's never been like my best mates that have done that, because obviously I would not surround myself with that kind of person. However, yeah, I have had like people that I'm friends with end up like seeing someone that I've like dated or gotten with or whatever, that wasn't just like a kiss or whatever, because I wouldn't be bothered if it was just someone that I'd kiss. But yeah, no, I'm definitely glad that I'm in a like long-term relationship now, because I couldn't be dealing with that shit ever again. Now we kind of move on to the relationship kind of questions. First one is about sex. Someone basically said first time / funny moment / pregnancy scares. I definitely feel like every girl has that moment where they queef for the first time around a boy. I remember, I literally was like, it was like when I lost my virginity. This is literally killing two birds with one stone, but when I lost my virginity, I think I queefed, and I literally was so embarrassed. Like, you know when you have sex for the first time, like you don't feel comfortable doing that in front of someone yet, and I think I like even wasn't sure like what that was. Like obviously I knew what it was, but I didn't know that it happened to everyone. Like I think, I don't know, like they just don't teach you about things like that in school when you learn about sex. I lost my virginity at the age of 16. I was actually nearly 17, so I was a bit later compared to a lot of my friends in school. They'd already lost theirs a long time before me. I just remember queefing, like it was like the first or second time I had sex, and it was just I felt just so embarrassed, even though like he didn't care. At least I don't think he did at the time. I look back and I'm like, oh, like that was literally nothing to be embarrassed about, but I so was. In terms of first time as well, I'll delve a bit more into that. Mine was with a friend. I guess the question really is like, does it hurt? Yes, a little bit, but again that like differs for every person. It was more sore, but once you get into it, I'm just going to be completely open on this channel, I do not care. Once you get into it, it hurts less. And then I remember my second time was like just a day or two after, and that didn't hurt at all, and from then onwards I never have experienced pain ever again. It was literally just the first time. The other question is pregnancy scares. I think this one is better left unsaid. If you're a girl, you probably have had pregnancy scares before, even if it's like, oh my god, I'm a few days late. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that one unsaid, let's just say it that way. I've never been pregnant, but I definitely have thought I have been once or twice in my life. So being single versus in a relationship at uni. I have experienced both of these, and I've also experienced the in-between, which is kind of that, you know, seeing someone stage or talking stage. Honestly, being single was great at uni. I definitely would recommend going to uni single. I went to uni seeing someone, and I was so boring for the first few months at university. I didn't get with anyone in Freshers Week. Not that you have to, but like I certainly would have if it wasn't for that. And I just was I felt really constrained, especially when actually the person that I was seeing at the start of uni, or like speaking to still, had kissed someone on their lad's holiday literally a month before I went. So like, why I was loyal to him I do not even know. But yeah, I went to uni speaking to someone that I'd been seeing at home, and I regret that 100%. If I could go back and change that, I would definitely cut that off before university. How soon after starting uni you get a boyfriend is another question altogether, because I know people that met someone in the first week and have been together ever since, and that's like 4 years ago. But I also know other people that didn't get with anyone throughout the whole of uni until final year. So I was only ever seeing people. I didn't ever have a boyfriend until Aaron, which we started seeing each other last July. So we've been seeing each other over a year now. We've been together since February. And yeah, so he was my first ever serious boyfriend, but all throughout uni I was single. Well, I say I was single and then I'd be seeing someone, then I'd be single, then I was seeing someone, but all in all I was single. I didn't have a boyfriend, so to say. But yeah, I have been seeing people at uni, and honestly, like, if they're not ready to commit to you, like, just sack it off, because most of the boys at uni are fuckboys anyway. And to be quite honest, like, I regret quite a few of the boys that I was seeing throughout uni, because I always thought it was something like a bit more serious than it was, and like realistically uni boys do not want anything serious. So I definitely like keep an eye out for the uni boys that are fuckboys. But if you find a boy that is genuine, like in the first week, or you come to uni with a boyfriend that you think is genuine, then you do what's best for you. Obviously this year then I've done my masters, so I have then experienced having a boyfriend whilst being at uni. And I guess here the thing to mention is that it doesn't make you more boring. Me and Aaron did long distance this last year, so I found it a lot more difficult to fit in uni work, going to visit my boyfriend on the weekends, and going out and stuff. But I definitely didn't go out, like, I went out less, but that's because I was doing a masters. I wouldn't ever blame that on being with him, because when I would go to see him in Birmingham, he's a DJ, so I would go out there, and then he would come up for nights out in Oxford as well. But yeah, I don't know, I don't think it makes you any more boring. I think that you can successfully have a boyfriend at uni. So I have one final question, which is contraception. Basically someone asked how to deal with and getting advice on swapping over the implant. So like when you need a new one, you get it taken out and put back in again. I personally have been on both the pill and the implant. When I first went on the pill in first year of uni, I hated it because I went on the normal pill, and the estrogen in it basically it just gave me the worst yeast infections in the world. Like, I literally was like, why the fuck do I have a yeast infection? I've not been doing anything that like would make me have one, and I couldn't get to the bottom of it. The doctors couldn't figure out why, and then they basically said, oh, actually, what pill are you on? And I said, I think it was microgynon that I used to be on, and they were like, oh, that can cause really bad yeast infections. And I was like, oh, great. So I literally had a yeast infection, and then I would get rid of it for like 2 days and it would come back. So I basically had a yeast infection for like 3 months. It was horrible. It was the most, it makes me shiver thinking about it. I do not recommend the combined pill for that reason. It just didn't agree with me. It might agree with some other people, but personally it just was not for me. I then went on the implant in first year, and oh my god, it was a dream. Had a couple of irregular periods at the start, but they put me on the progesterone only mini pill for like a month just to sort that out, and I didn't have a period then for 3 years until I got it changed. Getting the implant in doesn't hurt that much, to be honest. Like, it's literally like a pinch, like getting a needle, and then you have a bandage on for a few days, but other than that it's not that bad. And then when it came to the 3-year mark, I think that was November time for me last year, I went and got it changed, and they numb it, they take it out, and they put it in at another place. So mine is in, yeah, mine's there, so you can see my old scar just there, and then the new scar is just underneath. So yeah, mine is fine. I've never experienced any really bad side effects or anything with it, but when I went and got it changed, I then did experience irregular periods for a bit of a longer time period than I did the first time round. Definitely keep that in mind if you're thinking of going on the implant, is that it can make your periods quite irregular, but now I just double up with the implant plus the progesterone only pill, which I think is called desogestrel. It begins with a D, I can't pronounce the name. It's like desogestrel or something like that, which is fine. I don't have periods at the moment. Occasionally I'll have like one day of a little bit of something, but other than that I just haven't had a period for the last couple of months, to be honest, and I prefer life that way, to be fair. That was all of the questions for today. I think I covered like quite a good amount of topics. We did like bitchy friends, I feel like we did sex, contraception, relationships in uni. We've done it all. Like, I feel like this was a successful video. If you want me to do another one of these girl talk videos, then please let me know, because I really actually enjoyed talking about this. Or if you want me to talk about other things, then also let me know in the comments below which kind of topics you want me to touch upon, because I could honestly make a whole video for like one of these topics, like sex. I could do relationships. I was actually thinking of doing a relationship Q&A at some point as well. That is the end of the video anyway, so thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you would like me to do anything similar to this, or if you want me to do another one of these. I will happily make it a series. It's been very, very fun to film. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.